NHS News. My name is Kirsten Arnold.
And my name is Peter Waters. In this half hour, we will be covering a wide variety of happenings going on at Salem High.
We will be covering recent and future events, including sports and clubs, along with an interview with Officer Norcross. We will also have a bit about the weather coming up later in the program. On to our first story.
Battle of the Bands was held in the auditorium on Thursday, January 15th, and hundreds of students showed up to show support for their favorite band. The winning band was Mark and Mel, and the runner-up was the band Brown versus the Board of Education. We would like to thank all of the bands that participated and thank them for a great night of entertainment.
Also, held on January 15th were the Poetry Out Loud Finals, located across the school from Battle of the Bands in the TV studio. The studio was packed with people wanting to watch the participants recite the poems they chose. The winner was Liana Bissett. Congratulations to her and to everyone else for making it that far.
In other news, the 8th grade band of Woodbury Middle School had a gathering with the high school band to practice some music and to have a nice potluck dinner. Afterward, they all performed for the students that attended as well. The band is also doing a cabaret fundraising event where anybody can join, and there's all sorts of different musical numbers. Let's hope the 8th graders choose to take band next year. They seem promising.
Now, on the academic side of school, the junior class should be aware that SATs are going to be coming up soon, with one in March. Unfortunately, the deadline for that has already closed, but luckily there will be an SAT at Salem High on May 2nd, with a deadline to register by March 30. No. Actual script, okay. Yes, but let's also hope they join because a portion of the Wyndham students will be leaving too, right?
Oh yes, Wyndham High will be opening soon. Salem will be losing hundreds of students, and many students will lose the chance to make new friends.
It's a shame that Wyndham freshmen will have to leave, especially with all they have to contribute to the school.
Yes, but it will be fine. Wyndham is only a town away, and they could visit their friends at any time. It seems like there are some new sports updates now, so let's hand it over to John and Alex with the sports.
Thank you, Peter and Kirsten. We have a lot happening in sports this week at Salem High. A lot of great games and contests with favorable outcomes for the Blue Devils. First off, the boys varsity gymnastics team pulled out a win in their most recent meet, even with their captain sidelined with an injury. With Captain Sean Fallon out, the rest of the team had to step up in a big way, and they did. More importantly, Dan Raymond had to step up to defeat great opponents from Lowell and Andover. Raymond placed third overall that night, helping his team get 138.1 points overall, which bested both the teams from Lowell and Andover. The biggest star for the Devils, though, was Nick Miles. He pulled out another fabulous performance in the gym. He placed first in every one of his events and first overall. Coach Needham was extremely proud of how his team faced adversity and can't wait to see how much his team improves in the next meet. With the win for the Blue Devils on the gym mats, could the girls' varsity basketball team keep up the winning for Salem? The answer is a loud yes. The girls' team took to the court against another formidable foe, hailing in from Bishop Girton, the Cardinals. The Blue Devils entered the contest with a record that doesn't match their talent level, 3-5. To top it all off, they were lacking senior Amanda Saab. All these things together looked like it might be a miserable night for the girls. At halftime, the game looked like it was going to be what everyone expected, with the Devils down 9 and fading fast. Whatever Coach Briggs said at halftime, it worked. The Devils' offense improved, and their defense allowed only 14 second-half points. They ended up blowing by the Cardinals with a final score of 50-43 and improved 4-5. Now the question is, can the girls keep up the winning and make the playoffs? We shall see in the next couple of weeks. Now we have Alex Small reporting from the gym, soon to be a vicious battleground with the Salem Blue Devils boys basketball team and their most hated rivals, the Astros from Pinkerton Academy. Alex?
So coming up in the next game, it's going to be the Blue Devils taking on the Astros from Pinkerton. They are the biggest rivals, and a lot of people are going to be looking forward to this game. It's going to determine the playoffs and the seeding and everything. So we have the biggest fan of the Blue Devils today, and that's Jeremiah over here.
Yeah!
Big fan.
Yes!
So you looking forward to this game?
Oh, yes, definitely. All year I've been looking forward to this game.
Seems pretty excited about it. Who's your favorite player?
Oh, I don't know, all of them. I just love all of them so much.
True fan here. So what do you think? What do you think the outcome of the game is going to be? Score?
Well, definitely the Blue Devils are going to win, but by a landslide. I don't know the exact score, but it's just going to be a landslide.
A landslide. You heard it from Jeremiah first. Now back to you, John, with the rest of the sports. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex and Jeremiah. In non-Salem High sports news, the local Salem youth hockey team, the Saints, have been quite successful. The Squirt 1 team tied North Andover with 2 goals apiece. Then Squirt 2 beat Amesbury 3-2 with great defense and offense. Then Pee Wee 1 took the ice but lost to Marblehead. Pee Wees had a better time with 2 wins against the Wizards and North Andover. Taking to the ice next was Bantam 1 and unfortunately lost to Masco. Bantam 3 came out next and destroyed Burlington 7-2. Then followed it up with a tie. They almost lost, but with 24 seconds left, Zach Sylvester netted one on an assist from Will Wallace. Well, that's all the news for today.
Thanks, John and Alex. Those are some interesting stories.
Now, on the academic side of school, the junior class should be aware that SATs are going on and should be coming up soon, with one in March. Unfortunately, the deadline for that is already closed. But luckily, there will be an SAT at Salem High on May 2nd with a deadline to register by March 31st. So be sure to register for that.
Yes, the SAT will be a very important test for you to get into college. And there was an SAT prep course that recently started up in school. This course is designed to help with all of the aspects of the SAT. But don't worry, studying alone can be just as good as taking a class. And speaking of classes, the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors recently had to get their classes for next year done.
All of the juniors, sophomores, and freshmen had to pick what classes they want to take next year. And although there will be fewer students than this year because of Wyndham, there will actually be a few new classes showing up at SHS, such as Introduction to Film Analysis and Exploring World Conflict. Also, some classes will be returning after being gone for a few years, such as Understanding Life in Modern Asia.
These classes, along with all of the other classes offered at Salem High, will aid students in getting into the college of their choice.
Students also have to sign up for Naviance program, right?
Yes, each student will have to be registered for the Naviance program so students can plan which college might interest them and what each student might want to do in the future.
This program was optional in the past, but is required for all juniors. Talk to your guidance counselor for more information. Yes, and now we have an interview featuring one of the most important people at Salem High School, Officer Norcross.
Officer Norcross is a busy person, but he managed to take some time out of his busy schedule to give us the chance for this interview about some of the things he is doing around the school and his opinions on some of the things going on.
Here with Officer Norcross, the Salem High School Resource Officer. Our first question for him today is, have there been any recent thefts lately in the school?
I don't have an exact number right now, but there has been, on average, I'll say